Welcome to the Braden Kender Grand Prix.
Oh my gosh. He was also aiming for weight savings, so just punch out anything.
As always, I am your host, Mr. Councilman, and I'm joined with Mr. James, our analyst, who's going to go meet you on the track for a track walk.
Yes, all right, we got a track walk here. It's simpler than the last one that we've seen. It's going to be a much longer front stretch here. Watch out for the riggamajig there. Gonna have a big long sweeping right hander, kind of a double apex thing. Kind of narrow through here, but just drive good. Pit entrance right there, just like we've seen, and then just like we've seen this long back straightaway, it's been left completely untouched. What we have seen, it's new, is the yellow line's been brought out a little further so that there's a little bit more guidance. That's pretty much the only change there. And just like last time, straight into this ramp. Watch out for the ramp. It's been coming up a little bit, so that'll be interesting to see how they deal with that. And then this has been widened. Our sling is gone for now. Maybe they'll come back eventually, but we're going to give these guys a break. And this has also been widened. It's kind of one big long corner here. This left-hander, this left-right chicane thing has been widened a little bit, is what I mean to say. You come down this little straight, which is still here, and then you have this long, very long right-hand corner that tightens at the end real quick, and then you're going to see what we've seen in the last race, which is this double apex right-hander, and you'll go back onto the front stretch. So that's the track. Should be interesting.
We are now starting practice. We have a total of 7 cars down there. We are still missing... Who is that? No, who are we missing down there? We are missing someone.
Okay.
Don't know who, but... Oh, we are missing Alex Anderson. Alex Anderson is having some problems right now. Like usual, Dan DeSalle wanting to lead the pack for practice. Very generous, I will say.
Yeah, I think that the practice is a casual enough activity that the officials just let him have at it. So we'll see how he does. It's not a huge responsibility, but it's kind of a fun thing to do. The 3 car has been known to do it quite a bit. We've seen the 7 do it once, and to mix results.
This track is going to be a difficult track for these people in the middle part, but the rest of it's going to be very easy, and it's going to have a lot of breathing room for them.
They're heading off.
When there's Kinder immediately off the track.
He's not even trying to get back on either. That green car down there is Clayton Franklin, the 24 car. He's not moving very much. Josh Logston, we've seen him before. He was in the Skills 200, finished second. His team did. Trouble, though, for sure, for Clayton Franklin.
He's said to move to the red car because he doesn't like how slow that one is. And the red car's been known to have some issues, but it's also been known to do pretty well. So I'm excited to see how he does in that. But he's still practicing in this car. Because why not, I guess. And getting held up by Clayton. And
looks like the leaders are going to wait for these guys to catch up. Clayton's struggling a little bit. Honestly, a pretty orderly queue. We've seen some more chaotic ones, so it's nice that everybody's doing a good job. Even Brian Kinder is sitting there waiting his turn. This is a nice little practice session.
And they're going.
They're just going to go right there.
Huge wreck immediately with the DeSalle duo down there. I'm just going to shoot off. Cohen's going to wait a bit. He doesn't want to deal with the chaos because he knows chaos is going to ensue the second that it starts. So he just wants to wait it out.
Matthew Lucas upside down there in turn 1. He was getting crowded down by Josh Logston right there. That's some good racing from Josh, although maybe a little aggressive for practice. And Matthew got on the curb right there.
Josh is our only technical rookie. We're saying technical because he was part of the S200. And while he did have to race, he was only against 4 other cars in total and not the usual 5 to 6. So this is going to be different for him, and I'm honestly excited.
Thank you for being honest. Looking in the middle, like you said, this middle section is going to be really interesting here, and we'll see how they do. It's really going to be this 5-6 section, that long right-hander into the quick left-hander right before that final little kink is turn 7. That 5-6 section is going to be the main challenge for these guys. You got to really keep the line tight so you don't lose too much. So you don't understeer, I guess, into the wall because that'll hold you up.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a 90-degree angle, very sharp 90-degree angle right before the finish line. and that is very sharp, and it allows drivers, once they get around there, and if they hit that wall, then they basically are going to crash. And I know that the marshals are like, hey, this is fine, just, don't act stupid, but it does cost a lot of drivers some lap times, but I'm sure it won't have any major effect.
Brent Kinder stuck down there on the wall with Clayton Franklin. Here comes Josh Logson. He's going to get by. We'll see how he passes the 24 car. A little chaotic there. He's being pretty respectful, though. He's going to get up once the 24 gets hung up on the ramp. That the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ Roadster, we've seen Harrison Stearns use that before, and it's a little down on power compared to most cars. So you'll see him struggle down the straights and up the ramp. Look out for that all day. Kinder down there stuck by the pit lane entrance. I wonder if something's wrong with that car.
Look at this nice little exchange between Cohen and DeSalle near turn 1 there. Kind of having a mini battle. It's only practice. It seems like Graham was waiting for him to see what could be done with racing between those two. And it seems that, this is an easy track to pass, but it's also an easy track to get along with.
Yeah, practice is a good time not just to feel out the track, but to kind of test your ability to go side by side with somebody and give each other room. Practice is practice for everything, So it's not uncommon that you'll see somebody kind of try and race with somebody a little bit rather than just get out of their way or plow through them.
Huge wreck near the end of the track. It's definitely the hardest part of this track, and it's honestly also the only difficult part. It was made difficult, but it was also made easy because of the last track, and we felt bad for those racers who had to endure that. And look at that spin. That is number 3, Cohen Bell. Big spin for him. He's having fun. Practice is about halfway over for mandatory.
Oh man. Yeah. There's a little bit of a failure in communication between the 22 and 24 down there in turn 2. The 24 right across the front, the 22 right across the front of the 24 car. Graham sail upside down there around turn 5 or so. He's going to get reset.
I've been watching Josh, and he's really good at taking lines, but what he's not good at is avoiding wrecks. I've noticed that he has the same issue as Lucifer sometimes. When he's driving, instead of trying to avoid them, he just kind of accepts fate and accepts reality, like what we just saw with Matthew Lucas. But what just happened with I believe that's Noah? No, that's Dan and Josh. That was not Josh's fault, nor was it probably avoidable on his end.
I'll be interested to see how Braden Kinder does in the races. He looks like he's struggling quite a bit, and this is his first time back in a long time. He has a reputation for being one of our wilder drivers, although maybe not put down the fastest laps, and we're seeing quite a bit of that returning here in practice for this Burger Kinder Grand Prix so far.
This track, we've seen a lot of good racing during practice and just good lines taken in general. Just another throwback to last track. For practice, as our analyst, how much good racing did you see compared to now?
Well, for one, it's practice, so it's hard to see how much racing, hard to say how much racing we're going to see today just off the practice session. But it definitely looks a lot racier. It's a lot less technical, so you're going to see a lot less mistakes, which is where most of the overtakes happen in the last race. You're going to see a lot more side-by-side battles just because you're not as pinched down. It's not a single line. So this is a track that's going to be a lot more inviting to racing side-by-side and seeing more battles rather than just collisions and crashes.
I really enjoyed this track. I know a lot of people find this track a little boring because of the back straight. The back straight is also still a brand new feature, and it's definitely, we're used to a long straight on the front, but a back straight, I think it adds a nice sort of element to it, and I really like it. It seems that mandatory practice is coming to an end, but optional practice is still available for the leftover time.
Yeah, anybody who thinks that they might need it can still take advantage of it. We really just want, we've seen the sanctioning body, the officials really just want to make sure everybody takes time to learn the track a little bit. So they do mandate some of it, but not all of it needs to be mandated. So this is kind of the end of that. You'll see some people feel like they've gotten their fill, and other people definitely feel like they need a little bit more.
I'm really excited to see Matthew Lucas on this track. He had a huge break from the last race. He had to take a break due to some family reasons down in Florida to visit the old folks. And I'm excited to see what he can do in this race because he's taken a break, and his rival is also not here, Abram Shields. Matthew Lucas flips over rudely. It's just how racing goes. Braden Kinder off the track right next to him.
Yeah, a little bit of a collision down there. Yeah, I mean, Matthew Lucas, with a lot of the competition gone, we obviously don't have Alex Anderson or Julian Miller here, who have to varying extents have been front runners as well. So he should be in really good shape to put up some good points and maybe even challenge the 3 car, the 22 car. You never know. So he's got a great opportunity here, and this is a good track to make some stuff happen because it's very racy, like we've discussed.
Dan DeSalle trying fast mode on his car with multiple lights on, trying to see if he has to keep it in slow mode like the most of the tracks he's been using. But back on Matthew Lucas, the reason why he doesn't have a lot of competition was because this race was kind of thrown out last minute. As you guys might know, the name Burger Kinder Grand Prix is because of Braden Kinder. He works very hard outside of RC racing, and he rarely is able to show up, and today was very thrown together last minute for him. And while we don't think he'll even be on the podium, we still think that he will do good and will give us some classy racing. Which I know, yeah, Braden Kinder.
Well put. You see Clayton Franklin jumping into the pit lane there. Looks like he's gotten his fill. And Matthew Lucas flipping down there. Dan DeSalle, look at how out of control that back end is. Wow. That thing's really sliding around.
Braden Kinder hitting Matthew Lucas literally as far away as possible from him, but he had to make sure that he hit him. Huge racing going on between Dan and Matthew. Matthew's still out there. I think he knows that there's not as much competition, and he knows that, hey, if there's not a lot of competition out here, then I could possibly, like you said earlier, challenge the 3 and the 22 for a win. He is also coming off of the last time he raced was a win in the S200 alongside his teammate/rival Abram Shields. Kinder down there being very interesting. Dan DeSalle going in the pits. Seems that mandatory practice is wrapping up.
As well as optional.
I didn't know I said that. But yeah, up next is going to be qualifying. I can't wait.
Everybody, squint. Up first. The sound effects are just in my headphone as well. It's even less fun. Kinder's going first. Kinder's going first. Hell yeah.
I'll still end up last. It's okay.
And then it's going to be me. Yes.
Yay!
Yay.
When's the last time you didn't qualify last?
I don't know. It's been a while. Yeah. Feel out of my element.
Lucky ducky.
And then it's going to be probably Dan. Yes, it's Dan.
So it's faster. Well, I'm not even using that one no more. We switched out again. Oh, really? We got it to work. It's working.
I don't know how you did that. Then it's Clayton.
I'm making the sound.
Nice sound effects, Graham.
Yeah, those are good. Thank you. Then it's
I mean, your trumpet's right there.
Graham. And then going second to last. It's going to be Matthew. Matthew! And then everybody gets a spin. So who's going to go last?
I don't know.
Let's figure this one out. It's just going to be Josh! Alright. So qualifying, we've been using a different format as of late, so we're going to...
We are now starting qualifying. So far from Braden, after his long-awaited return, he has qualified nothing but dead last. He's lined up against 9 other racers. So let's see if he can even do better than dead last.
Yeah, I mean, he his worst qualifying so far is a 9th. He also qualified 6th. That's out of 9 out of 6. With 8 people in today's race, it can't get any worse. So only room to go upwards. He's got 7 other guys to go up against.
Braden Kinder is using the exact same car that he used in the previous race. Well, when I say that, he was using the same shell but a different engine brand, and it's giving him the same results. Still chaotic on this somewhat easy track.
Yeah, I mean, it's a technical little bit in there. He did pretty good down the straight, which is more than we can say for some others. He's through the wall there. This is just the outlap, so, as always, feeling it up.
He's about to come across and start his first lap.
He might have flipped down there, and he's going to get going again. Okay, let's see how he does down the backstretch.
Oh,
Really quite wild wreck there. I think the nose got up in the air, and he finished spinning on his roof.
it's a very Braden Kinder-like wreck. Something that we can only see from the King BK himself.
And keeping it kind of clean through the middle section, through Sector 3. Not perfect, but not absolutely terrible. This section's been made a lot easier than the last race, so he'll be sure to appreciate that. It's going to be a 34.47 to start.
Crashing immediately on turn 1. It's just an easy left-hander. It seems that it's not so easy after all. Plummeting down the back straight, still getting a little caught up, but not flipping over dramatically like he did earlier.
Very clean through the middle sector. He's going to get caught there on the last turn, but maybe quick recovery here. And a solid improvement, 24.18.
Definitely going to improve his time right here. He actually made it down the back straight and the first 2 turns without any mistakes. But, we'll see what he can do in the middle part of the track. It's the hardest by far, and he got through the first bit really well.
Yeah, he just got caught up there in the penultimate turn, and that's probably going to kill this run, but there's a lot of potential in there, I think. At 25.7 for his third lap, it's going to be 24.18 to start.
Up next is Cohen Bell. Cohen Bell is coming off of a disappointing 4th place qualifying run, but that was also because he missed practice due to some issues with the misses. He's looking to run well. He actually had practice, and he's going strongly through the middle section.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. Keeping it clean. A little wide through turns 1 and 2, but, it's that benchmark lap that we always talk about. Very clean through the next couple corners. This could be a good one. Oh, it gets hung up there. It's still going to be decent.
It's definitely going to beat Braden's for sure.
17.42 to start. We'll see if he can improve through Sector 3.
This track was made pretty simple, like you said earlier, based off of the last track, just so people can have a little bit of a break. But we also wanted people to be challenged, so it wasn't just an easy race.
Very put together through there, a 14.10, and good lines through the middle sector, or through Sector 3, excuse me. This is looking like it could be just as good if he can keep it clean. He gets hung up there on the wall a little bit. Still going to be pretty fast. Oh, he flipped. He caught the inside wall right there, and he flipped over. That's going to kill his lap. Still, 14.10. That's going to put him first so far.
It's a great lap. Up next is going to be Dan DeSalle. Dan DeSalle is coming off of a 6th place qualifying run. Not too bad, but not too great. Definitely above the highest for him. Let's see what he can do in this. Looking very chaotic down there. It seems like the rear end of his car is kind of slidey. He does not like the walls at all.
Yeah, again, as always, feeling it out here. He's going to start his run. Let's see how clean he can keep through 1 and 2. Not super clean. That's usually the test of how the lap is going to go, is can he get through 1 and 2 cleanly, because they're pretty wide, but then they're not a complete given. And with the struggles we saw through there, it's going to be a rougher one. But still, not terrible. There's definitely, if he can clean it up a little bit, there'll be a lot of time to be gained, I think.
There's a lot of room to desire for this lap. He's going to do worse than Braden Kinder on this one, but he's shown that he has good pace, but if he can just keep it off the walls and not turn in early. But if you look at the rear end of the car, it just slid through that corner and did not allow him to have any grip whatsoever.
Yeah, back end stepping out really bad. That's something that you have to be really gentle with the steering inputs to try and keep the back end under control. So that's something he can learn for next time. It's a completely different challenge to this middle section now, as it's a lot slower corner, so you won't have that sliding, but the walls are a lot tighter. 24.83, I think that'll still put him third, but that's a big improvement.
He's going around turn 2 nice. Did not hit the wall like he did the last 2 runs. This will definitely help boost his score. He's getting caught up, so that might not help at all.
Yeah, I think this is still going to be a slight improvement. No, not quite. It was looking like it could be. It's going to be a 24.83. And honestly, not a terrible run, but obviously not what he wanted. Put him third so far.
Up next is going to be Clayton Franklin. Clayton Franklin is coming off of a 10th place qualifying run. That is third to last. And besides that, he was second to last in every other race. So let's see if he can do better than, well, near the bottom half. But, you know, considering how his car is, I honestly don't think he will. It seems like there's some steering issue because that car was Alan Martindale's recently where the centering pin fell off. And it seems like the same thing is happening again.
Yeah, he's using that F430 he's had before. It's got a lot of miles on it, and it's known to have some issues. We'll see if they can get that car working again here. Right now, not on track. He did start a run, so there will be no penalty applied. He did make an effort to complete a run. Not looking great for him right now.
I'm being told by the stewards that even though he did put in an effort to give a run, this huge change in pace towards qualifying will mean that he will have to do a one-lap qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's not going to be able to have a run, so he will have to use extra attempts. Or he can submit no time, but no penalty because he did make an attempt.
I think the stewards are soon going to change it. But up next is going to be Grand Vassal. Grand Vassal is just coming off of a pole position at the MNGP, where he also found himself in first. Let's see if he can get a pole. I've been told from him and from his pit that his car sounds not so great still. No improvement whatsoever. So let's see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, even with the issues we've seen with it, it's got a lot of miles on it. It's still pretty fast, so he should be able to put down a competitive time. We'll see if he can beat the 3 car. He's going to start his run. Looking decent so far.
Hitting the wall early. We've seen his dad actually do that too, so it seems like that's in the genes of them. Going down the straights very cleanly and going all over the ramp. Let's see if he can clean up the middle section, because that's where he had the biggest issues throughout the outlap.
Gonna get caught up on the wall right there. Still gonna be a 17.71. That's a good benchmark. Again, turning in too early there through turn 1. That's an easy mistake to make if you just take off a little bit too much on the apex, and it'll bite you back.
Looking very clean. Let's see if he can not hit the wall. That wall is a little bit chaotic, and that's going to be a 15.31. He's going to be second so far. Still has to make a second and a half to get pole.
And getting caught up down there after the ramp, and I think that's going to kill it for sure. Still a really solid lap at the 15.31. He should be happy with that one.
Up next is Matthew Lucas. Matthew Lucas has been doing a lot better in qualifying than he has recently. He's just recently coming off of a second-place qualifying in the Skittles 200, but that was set by Abram Shields. Before that is nothing but 6th place. Let's see if he can beat that curse today.
We do have 6 cars in the field, so it could happen. He'd have to qualify pretty poorly, though. We've had 2 really tough runs, so he'd have to qualify ahead of them. That car known to flip. He's going to flip down there on his outlap. He'll start the run, and pretty clean through 1 and 2.
That car is just losing so much pace down the straight. His car is so old, and that allows it to be super slow, but it still somehow flips dramatically like it went through a 100-mile-per-hour crash.
And honestly, a pretty clean lap, 17.12. It just doesn't have a lot of speed, but not a terrible lap. It's a good benchmark.
Going over the ramp. Definitely he can see a loss in power going over the ramp. Let's see. I don't really know what he can do to clean up this lap. It's just, no matter what he does, I feel like he can't beat that time.
There, he's going to get into the wall right there. It looked like it could be an improvement. We'll see if he can do it right here. Going to bounce off the wall, but you don't lose a ton of time through there. If he can really put down a heater through Sector 3, there's a lot of time to gain there, I think. Good apex right there through the right-hander. Keeping it away from the walls, and it's going to be fast. That's a 16.30. That'll put him 3rd overall.
Up next is Josh Logston. He is technically our only rookie when it comes to this because the last time he qualified, and the only race he's been in so far was the S200, where he got 3rd place qualifying. Let's see what he can do on his own. Messing up a bit. I honestly don't know where to expect him to place because he's the only rookie here.
He's going to start the run. Looking very clean, very tight through 1 and 2. Keeping it right up against that left wall, which is the shortest line. And looks like a little cautious through there, but that's not going to hurt you too much. If he can keep it clean, which he very much is. That was a very put-together lap, a 16.87. A little cautious, so time to gain, but but good lap there. Over the ramp again, through this section, and there's a lot more aggression right there. I didn't see the lift-offs. A little bit of lift-off through there, but sometimes you kind of need it. Oh, he's going to get hung up on the wall right there. That's a shame because that was going to be a good one. One more.
Yeah. Looking very, very, very clean. It seems like I say that right as he hits the wall. Just because he's a rookie does not mean that he can do very well. It seems that he has a lot of pace, and he's going to definitely show a lot during the races. I'm honestly really excited.
We saw some good laps from him in the Skills 200 as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ran good. It's going to be 4th so far for him, though.
Up next is Noah Grimes. Noah Grimes has had a very unfortunate run recently. His last qualifying was 12th place in the GCGP with the exact Nissan GTR he had. He did not have it fully together, and I'm excited to see if he has taken this short little break to improve his skills.
He's off.
Oh, hitting the wall immediately.
I don't think he was super happy with that car after the GCGP either. I don't know what he's done to improve it, if anything, but that might be holding him back a little bit as well. He's always a guy that's had some car troubles, and maybe this is the race that's go away. I don't know. Struggling a little bit through the outlap though, and he's going to start his run after a moment of hesitation.
That car is very responsive with a lot of steering, but it seems like he cannot control it fully, and it seems like it sometimes oversteers way too much, and that plays to a huge disadvantage.
Pretty solid lap though. Only hit the wall once so far. The second to last and third to last corners are holding up a lot of people though. They're very back to back. They're quite tight. It's going to be not great. 23.66, and he's going to hit the wall in turn 1.
This lap is not over yet, but even if he does sit a bad lap for this, he still has one more lap to make up. And even if he does bad during that, he still has the extra attempts. We've seen people shoot up from 12th all the way to 2nd because of extra attempts. So I think even if he does bad, he's going to use the last lap, even if he messes up, as just practice for the extra attempt.
A little bit of time loss there, and he did the same thing. He turned in too early right there. And there's still time to improve probably if he nails it, but it doesn't look like this is one he's going to nail. I think, like you said, he's going to have to go to extra attempts. It's a 23.66 so far.
Yeah, I really don't think he's going to improve this time unless he nails it perfectly. Even now, if he nails it perfectly, he won't improve.
Yeah, it's over for him.
Yeah.
Getting caught up on the wall right there. Probably disappointing, but there's still a lot of time to find some speed in the car with the extra attempts and in the heats.
You really hate to see it for someone like Noah. He's had such bad luck recently.
He's still going to be 5th ahead of the 23 and 31, so he'll start. Depending on the extra attempts, he'll start at least 3rd in the heat. And
up next, I believe, is the extra attempts.
Yeah, it's everybody. Obviously, Clayton Franklin didn't get to put down time, so he doesn't have a through lap time. He's out for his first extra attempt. He's changed cars here. He's in the SVJ Roadster that we've seen Harrison Stern use in the past.
Quite excited to see what he can do with this car. It's very slow, but it's also very capable of some good time. So let's see what he can do and if he can improve yetsoever. But farther down the line is going to be Braden Kinder and Noah Grimes. Let's see what can be done. That car is just so slow on power. Like, it struggles to go up the ramp that I honestly don't expect him to do good, even if he puts down a stellar lap.
This is a really clean lap, though. He's going to hit the wall right there. Could still put down a decent time. And we'll see what it is right here. It's a 23.8. That'll put him 6th, just behind Noah Grimes. So not the worst lap for what that car was dealing with.
Up next is going to be Braden Kinder. He's not dead last, so he still has something to lose, but I don't think he really enjoys what he did during his qualifying. Same for Noah Grimes. He's nowhere near the bottom, but I think he thinks that he can still improve his time. But we'll see what he can do. And there's Clayton Franklin down there. These extra laps have been known to help people, and they've also been known to hurt people. I'm very excited to see what can happen.
Starting his run right here. Some trouble on the outlap, but as always, doesn't really matter. It's how you put down your fast lap. He's going to flip there and recover. Some hesitation, and he's off.
right in the pool noodle start. He's hitting the walls back and forth again. It's still not possible. It's still possible for him to get dead last in this qualifying if this lap goes just as wrong as possible. So he's looking to improve, but he's also looking to not do terrible.
It's looking decent so far. He's had some hang-ups, but not a ton. And if you can get through here fast, not going to happen. He's getting hung up on that wall too much. There was some potential there. It's going to be, 22 or 28-2-2. That's going to put him backwards a spot.
It's unfortunate. And then next is, no, I don't know what Braden's doing.
He's checking out that yellow pool noodle down there, looks like.
Being a little cautious, going in the wrong way. Anyways, Noah Grimes is starting his extra attempt. He's currently sitting in 5th, and he can still do a lot better, but I honestly don't know. I feel like the lap he had was the best he can probably do.
I mean, there's definitely some room for improvement. It was a little cautious, and I think hit the walls a couple times. So if he can keep that car under control, it could be an improvement here. As it's looking really cautious so far, but he's only hit the wall once and didn't hang him up too much. This could be an improvement. And into the wall right there. If he can nail these last couple corners, you never know. And doesn't look like it. No, I think this is going to be worse, unfortunately, for the 66 car. Pretty solid run through there. And, drops the spot behind Clayton Franklin to 22-1-2.
You hate to see it.
Yeah, frustrating there, I'm sure.
Anyways, so the order for the race will be, it'll be Cohen Bell on pole, followed by Graham DeSalle, Matthew Lucas, Josh Loxton, our current technical rookie, and then
the rest.
In the back, Here with 8th place qualifying holder Braden Kinder finally coming back. How'd you feel?
Well, it interfered to the rest. It is, yeah.
How does it feel to be back after a year?
It's a there.
You're with the same old car. How do you think you're going to do in the heats and then the final race?
There.
All right, thank you very much. I am here with... What? Where is he? Let's find Noah. Hey, he's not in the closet anymore. He came out gay. I'm here with Noah Grimes getting 6th in qualifying. How'd you feel about your run?
Not that great, to be honest.
How do you think you're going to do in the heats?
Not that great.
Anything else
to be
to
honest.
say?
Not that great, to be honest.
Here with Clayton Franklin, 7th, a.k.a. the Rizzler. How'd you feel about your qualifying run?
You know, it wasn't as I had expected, but it's not my fault. My car sucked. Got another car real slow. Just so you guys know, like, I've never won a race, but that's not because I'm not the best racer out here. It's because everything else goes in everyone else's favor. Graham behind the camera there, he's trash. Kinder, he's trash. Cohen, trash. Everyone, trash. I'm the best racer out here, and today we're going to see that in the race. Let's go, baby.
I'm here with 5th place qualifier, Dan DeSalle. How'd you feel about your run?
I can do better. Still a lot to learn about the car and the track, but I'll get there.
How do you think you're going to do in the heats?
I still think it's going to be a struggle, unfortunately, but I'll tough through it.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
4th place for Josh Loxton. Tell us about your qualifying run.
I felt really good on that run, actually. I messed up a little bit because it was a new track and I hadn't really played that track before. I practiced it a little bit beforehand, but I mean, I'll take 4th place. I like it. It's good.
How do you feel about starting 2nd in Heat 2? Think you're going to make it through the heat?
Not bad. Yeah.
All right, 4th place. We'll see how he does in the heat.
Yeah.
3rd place for Matthew Lucas. Tell us about your qualifying run.
I got not 6th.
Did the car feel good?
Yeah, I'm currently running around on rubber bands. They're gripping weirdly well, but they're also deteriorating expectedly fast.
How do you feel about your chances in the heat and then the race with those tires?
I do believe I'm going to make it to the final race. I don't believe I'm going to win because my car is old, it's slow. However, it does seem to spend less time on its roof now. I found a secret ability of these cars. You can only plug one battery into them.
But if you're looking for more weight, which is what every race car always needs, you can put an extra battery just in that same compartment. You got more weight on the bottom, just more weight overall, and it makes the car handle better.
Well, he'll be exciting to watch with this innovative new car design. Matthew Lucas, he'll start second in Heat 1. Second place for Graham DeSalle. Tell us about your qualifying run.
It could have been cleaner. Could have been smoother. My car's fried. I think my fellow racer Noah Grimes is getting something up the arse right now. It could have been smoother. I made a lot of mistakes, but at the end of the day, I don't really care that much about qualifying. It's the real race that's coming that I'm excited for. But my car did not sound good. If it blows up this race, then I'm not going to be upset. Just means that I can get a new one earlier. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'll have a new one for the next one. But yeah, not bad, not great, but it is what it is, and it happens.
How do you feel about your competition in Heat 2? Josh, Grimes, and Kinder.
If I somehow, honestly, not to be cocky, but if I somehow get second, what am I doing, man? What am I doing? What am I doing? But I'm not worried. I mean, Cohen's going to advance. Matthew's going to advance. And it's top 2 move on?
Top 2 move on.
Should be fine. Not worried.
All right, Graham DeSalle, second place.
I am here with Cohen Bell getting another P1 pole position. How'd it feel?
The car felt good. Yeah, no, I felt like we're where we want to be. Not a perfect lap by any means, but it was a good lap and put us in a good spot, so I'm happy with it.
How do you think your heat's going to go?
There's actually some decent cars in that one between Dan Sell and Matthew Lucas, so we'll see. I think I don't want to be caught sleeping. Hopefully we can advance through. If not, we got the quality transfer locked up. So either way, we're doing okay.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
Yep.
We are now starting Heat 1. The order is going to be Cohen, Matthew, Dan, and Clayton.
Top 2 advance to the final.
They're giving the countdown. And they are off. Cohen Bell off into the lead, followed by Matthew. A little bit huge wreck for Cohen as Matthew takes the lead, followed by Dan and then Clayton down in the back. Dan in slow mode. It's a huge battle between the front.
Yeah, hard to tell what. It's not hard to tell. The 53 and 3 are going side by side through the middle section. That's one of the hardest sections to go side by side through, and they put up a great fight. 53 gets away, though. We'll see if the 3 can hunt him down. Further back, Dan DeSalle's cruising along. Clayton's stuck in the middle section.
Matthew's car is so slow down the straights that even if they're neck and neck down the straights, Cohen is going to pull ahead. But I say that as Matthew gets caught up near the tight end, but so does Cohen. Huge wreck for Cohen.
Huge. Dan DeSalle still in there. He's not falling back too far. Neither is Clayton Franklin. Both those guys are staying on the lead lap. Usually we have a guy that really struggles. Clayton getting lap finally, but still not doing bad. And here the 3 is going to catch right back up to Matthew Lucas. Can he catch him down the straightaway? He's got more straight line. He's going to get by him with a little bit of contact.
Nothing. Rubbing is racing, and when it comes to these cars, any little twitch is going to send them flying or side by side, as 2 out of 4 cars are wrecked right now.
Yeah, 53 gets caught up there on the inside, pull noodle, and that's going to send him flipping. He's losing a lot of ground to the 3 car now. As the 3 car's chugging along, he's almost lost a whole lap. In the meantime, Clayton Franklin has moved past Dan DeSalle.
Pretty shocked that Clayton Franklin is able to get by him, but at the same time, Dan DeSalle's car is either faster or, as you see him now on straight mode, trying to make up that pace on Clayton, even though his car is very slow. And Cohen Bell at the lead, almost about to lap Matthew in this 20-lap heat. Still a lot of racing to go, though.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen things happen. Batteries have died, or just traffic's got in the way and sent people off the track with no rescuers nearby, and a lot of a lead can get erased very quickly. So we'll see what happens. Right now, the 3 car is stalking the 53, trying to put him a lap down. Dan DeSalle hung up down there. He's going to go quite a few laps down here. I think that'll put him 3 down if the 3 car can catch him. He has lapped Matthew Lucas in the meantime. Cohen Bell has. They are side by side again.
It's not very shocking that Cohen is able to put down a lap very easily on Matthew. Matthew's car, like I've said multiple times, is very down on power. Same for the other cars, to be fair, but Cohen Bell flipping over, doing a little bit of a dance to try to get rescued. He's going to shoot ahead down the straight.
Yeah, a lot of carnage down there through the middle section last time through. The 3 car got past the 53 and the 31, who were both stuck, and then he flipped as well, and that left him stuck. Much cleaner run for everybody through there. Clayton Franklin is still hanging in there. He's not falling that far back off the lead pack. He's only 2 laps off, about a lap and a half off of Matthew Lucas, so he's not doing terrible. If something goes wrong with Matthew, he could very easily take that transfer spot.
Dan DeSalle not doing too hot right now. He is about a lap behind Clayton. That's pretty shocking. I've never seen someone in that car be able to lap people that well, especially with the driver, Clayton Franklin. Cohen Bell is just shooting into the lead. He is constantly putting down some good laps, except for he gets hung up right before the start line.
Because you said something.
It is. It's always when I say something. Dan DeSalle pushing Matthew off the track, kind of backing into him and shoving him off. That's not going to be good for Matthew.
Yeah, I think Matthew Lucas at this point is just in damage control mode. He's just trying to stay ahead of the 24 car. He does put him 2 laps down right there. His 24 really struggling to get up the ramp. Something might be wrong with that car. He can't quite get up the ramp there. Oh, big spin there for the 3 car. Whoa. That was a high rate of speed that he was spinning at. He's fine. He's going to keep about a lap and a half lead, but wow, what a moment there.
That was something that I've seen BK do himself. That is such a Braden Kinder move.
We'll see Braden Kinder in heat 2. We'll see if he repeats it. That'll be interesting. Clayton about to go 3 laps down to Matthew Lucas. I think the 53 has it locked up at this point. The 3 car, though, of Cohen Bell, 5 laps to go now.
Even though Matthew Lucas is constantly getting into trouble and constantly getting stuck, he is still hanging on just a little bit on that 3. I suspect that's because anytime the 3 puts down some stellar laps, he gets caught into traffic because of the back markers. Dan DeSalle flips over right next to the lap counter. Not very good for him. He's now on lap 10, 2 laps behind Clayton. Not looking good.
Yeah, he's in real trouble. Even if he does get by Clayton, he's 5 laps behind Matthew Lucas, and there's only 5 to go for that 53 car. I don't think he's going to get a transfer spot today unless something really wrong happens, for 2 of the top 3.
I think Cohen Bell is officially no longer in that locked-in stage. I just saw him mess up about 4 times in a row down the gets pushed off by Clayton. Because Matthew Lucas gets also pushed off right there. Matthew Lucas goes. Anyways, I think Cohen Bell is no longer locked in. He knows that he has this spot locked in, and he will start on pole for the main race.
Yeah, I think at this point, 2 to go, he's got a 2-lap lead. He's kind of just cruising out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see something similar for Matthew Lucas as well in that Terreno, because he's got a pretty good lead. He's only got 3 to go with a 3-lap lead.
Cohen Bell on his last lap, going by Matthew yet again. Oh, but then he gets caught up. Never mind. Last lap luck.
Coming around these final corners, and very clean.
And he's soon about to cross the line to win Heat 1. Now it is Matthew Lucas on lap 19. 2 more laps to go before he claims the transfer spot. Fun fact about Cohen Bell. Cohen Bell has never won a heat until now. So this is the first heat he has ever won, and he did it quite dominantly. So Matthew Lucas is on lap 20 on his final lap. Coming down the turn. He's going to be in the hardest section. Let's see if he can have some good last lap luck. And he does.
A little bit of a hang-up, but all in all, pretty clean. Good race for him.
There he goes, locking up the transfer spot. Now it's just poor Clayton Franklin with 3 laps left to go.
4 laps left.
4 laps left to go. I'm kind of shocked that he was able to get by Dan DeSalle so much. I mean, that car's slow, but, we've seen some great results from slower cars. Just because they're slow doesn't mean that they're hard to handle. And if they're easy to handle and they're slow, then, you can put down some good laps. It's just once you get caught up in traffic, then it takes a while to accelerate.
And we saw the handful that 31 car was in contrast to the 24 in qualifying. The back end stepping out a lot. Very twitchy, I think I saw as well. It probably hasn't been the most fun race for Dan DeSalle and his 911 GT3RS. Clayton Franklin, though, 2 to go.
Dan DeSalle's cars, his rear end definitely is not helping him whatsoever. That car's super twitchy, like you just said. And I feel like maybe if they changed some tires recently, as you can see his car just kind of slipping around, then I feel like he can be in contention for something good yet again. And it's Clayton Franklin almost coming around. Put Dan down about 3.5 laps, maybe even 4.
Yeah, you'd have to step on it to get 4, but it could happen. Dan DeSalle struggling a little bit there through the middle section. Clayton Franklin, honestly, a pretty good race from him. We've seen how slow that car can be, and he's kept it very clean and has put together a respectable drive.
And there goes Clayton getting 3rd in the heat. Upsetting for Dan DeSalle and his team, but, just somehow how it goes. And, Cohen Bell winning his first ever heat. Matthew Lucas starting 3rd. It's going to be one heck of a race. I am here with 4th place finisher Dan DeSalle. How'd you feel about your heat run?
Car doesn't want to go straight. Keeps spinning, so it's a rough one, but we'll work on it and get a little better.
How do you think you're going to do in the LCQ?
Not very optimistic.
Alrighty, disappointing run for Dan DeSalle. I'm here with the interview king, Clayton Franklin, getting 3rd in the heat. How'd you feel?
It wasn't the worst thing of all time. I definitely feel like I raced really good today, really clean laps. Again, like I said earlier, it's my technician's fault, my car's fault, everyone else's fault but my own. I raced perfectly fine, as you guys can see in the highlights. That's just, that if we had a good car, we had a good team, we were number 1 today, so I'll just keep that in mind.
How do you think you'll do during the LCQ?
I think we'll be good. I just need to, as bad as it is, hope for a couple of crashes to be able to lap a couple of people, and then just stay steady, stay clean, and finish out the race. Hopefully, just a little bit ahead of everybody else.
Any words of wisdom?
If you're ever struggling to race, just remember.
You're with Fancy Matthew getting 2nd. How'd you feel about your race? Really close with Cohen until you wrecked.
Right. Well, what was even more fun was at some point I accidentally hopped over the track right before getting to the finish line. Couldn't get back over the other direction, so I had to do that portion of the track again.
Oh, that sucks. How do you think you're going to do in the final race?
I'm going to get 3rd.
Really?
Solid 3rd.
Alrighty. 3rd place, maybe, for Matthew Lucas. Here with heat winner, Cohen Bell, having a great weekend so far. Tell me about your race so far.
It was fun. The 53 car, man, that thing's fast. It was giving me a run for my money at the start. And I did not think that, I'm making it through the final regardless. I wasn't impressed or nothing, but I was like, this might actually be a problem in the final. He might be faster than me, but it came around and no disrespect to him. I just have more straight line and I ended up winning by a comfortable margin. So it was a good race. Yeah.
How do you think you're going to do in the final race?
I was going to watch out for that 22 car, so probably 2nd overall, I'd say, be my guess.
His car seems to be struggling a lot. How do you think that'll affect anything?
Somehow I'll get 2nd. Somehow we'll get 2nd.
Alrighty. Not really optimistic. Cohen Bell. We are now starting Heat 2. The order for this is going to be Graham, Josh, Noah, and Dan. This race is going to be very exciting, and I'm excited to see what Braden Kinder can do.
First race back in a long time for him. He qualified a little rough, but it wasn't terrible. Who knows? He's got some good competition to go up against, though.
I'm excited to see what he can do with Noah. I feel like if he's going to have any competition, it's going to be with Noah. But I don't think that any of them will be able to get amongst Graham, to be honest, considering how their qualifying runs went. But I think Josh will for sure. And it's Graham off immediately with Noah, and then a huge wreck that allows Josh to get up there, and then that also allows Braden Kinder to get up into 3rd, followed by Noah, as they're fixing down the tape, and it's going to be Graham leading for the first lap. But no, he gets wrecked. That's going to allow Josh to lead for the first lap, actually.
I was really excited to see what Josh can do this race. This is his first race that he's been in since his debut in the Skittles 200, and he ran pretty good there, but this is a lot more experience that he's going to have now that he's got that Skittles 200 behind him. Trouble for Graham DeSalle down there in the crossover point right there.
Not getting him. I don't know what that person was doing right there. That's going to allow Josh to get a huge lead, but Josh actually crashes, and so does Graham. So instead of a huge lead, it's going to be about a half lap lead. Let's see when he can make that up. It is Noah Grimes in the back, almost getting lapped, and that's also Braden Kinder not doing a lap yet. He's about to get lapped for the 2nd time.
Yeah, he's had a really tough start. Noah Grimes as well, not with the start he wanted. He's a long ways behind. He's already a lap down. 20 laps, just like last time. Top 2 advance, just like last time. So that transfer spot's right between 2nd and 3rd, and Noah Grimes has a long way to go if he wants to make it up there already.
Josh is wrecked, and that allows Graham to take the lead on lap 5. Seems like there's something going on with Braden Kinder. His car's moving very, very slow. I have no clue what's going on with that car. As Graham is shot into the lead ahead of Josh. It's carnage down there with Noah and Kinder. Kinder's blocking the road literally in the middle, and that allows Josh to wreck, and that's going to be hard for Josh to get around in too.
Yeah, I mean, really tough start for Kinder. He hasn't even completed a lap. Josh, the experience is just not on his side there. There's so many laps that 22 car is done and that driver's done, and Josh is just so new. He's putting up a decent fight, though. He's only about half a lap back. He's on his roof right now, obviously, but it happens. We'll see it from everybody.
He's doing way better than Noah Grimes. Noah Grimes is not a newbie, and he has put down some insane results, but it seems that Noah Grimes is not able to control that car, and Josh is able to just lap him at least twice, as Graham DeSalle has already lapped, or not even yet. He is almost going to lap Josh.
Braden Kinder down there on the track. It looks like he's grabbing his car, and
it's going to be emergency pit stop. That is not good in the heats where no pits are required.
yeah, I think he's out of this race to begin with. I mean, he's in the pit lane. He's already 8 laps out of the transfer spot. At this point, it's just about getting laps down and trying to get some practice on the track for the LCQ to try and make it through the LCQ. Excuse me.
Graham DeSalle has not yet lapped Josh on lap 10. It seems that he is coming close. Josh has put down some insane laps. It seems that he's going to be a force to be reckoned with soon in the future if he can get more experience.
Yeah, I mean, he's still on the lead lap against Graham DeSalle, who, couple-time winner, 6-time winner so far. So, he's doing really good in this heat so far. He's just got to keep that car under control, and he'll probably beat Noah Grimes as long as the battery doesn't go out or there isn't a failure of some kind. He's in really good shape here.
Graham getting caught up about to lap Josh on lap 12. Even though we have not seen much from Cohen and Graham yet in this track, I honestly expect a good battle between those two based off of the lap times that they are both putting down. That's almost 3 wide right there near the start-finish line as Noah and Josh are back and forth.
Yeah, that's a couple laps apart, but they're racing really good right now. Noah Grimes finally going to get hung up, but I saw some attempts at some crossovers, and they were being very respectful of each other's rooms. That's exactly what you want to see. Josh getting stuck down there in turn 1. He's putting up some help signals, looks like.
Same thing that we saw Cohen do in the heat. That's pretty funny that those cars are able to do that. The last time we ever saw that done was actually by Braden Kinder. Braden Kinder still in the pits, not even done a lap yet.
Yeah, he's definitely done for sure. It's nice to see. It looks like he's still working on the car, trying to get back out there, though. That's pretty commendable for the struggle that he's having. 5 to go for Graham DeSalle here, coming to 4 to go.
Poor Braden Kinder. This race was done in Braden's honor, and he has not done well yet. Whatsoever. He hasn't put down a single lap during the race, and he got dead last in qualifying. This is not going to be a race that he's going to want to remember.
No, it definitely isn't. He's still got one more shot at it in the LCQ, though, to put down a decent performance. Josh, about 2 laps behind Graham DeSalle now. It's kind of fallen away from him a little bit, but it's still a really good performance in his first solo event.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect from Josh until this, and I'm very impressed. And I think in the future he's going to win a couple races because he's just so good and he can control that car compared to Graham and possibly Cohen in the final race. Graham just hits Noah for no reason.
Kinder looked like he might be coming out of the pit lane right here. It'll be fun to see him get back on track as Graham DeSalle come to the white flag. Kinder trying to, not quite out there. Tough break for him.
Oh, as Josh puts Graham over on the wrong side. It's going to be the start of Graham's final lap. Both Josh and Graham are about 6 laps ahead of third. That is incredible performance from both of them. Josh showing Graham that even though he's new, he can still put down some insane results. So they're side by side as Graham wins Heat 2. Josh 2 to go and Noah 8 to go and Braden 20 to go.
Yeah, Kinder with a really tough run there for that 23 car. Disappointing from him. Graham DeSalle going to start second in the final, and if Josh can bring it home here, he'll start 4th.
This is Graham's first ever Heat 2 race he's ever been in, and he won it, which is kind of shocking, but also not compared to the field that he was going against. And here goes Josh getting second, locking up that transfer spot, going to start 4th.
Yeah, good run from him. We just wait for Noah Grimes here now to complete these final 7 laps. He's struggling down there in turn 2, and looks like Kinder's back on the track, so we'll see what kind of laps he can finally put down.
Hoping that he puts down at least 5 laps, but we'll see if he can do that. If he can, then let's see what he can do. I mean, 4 laps is acceptable too, but it's, for Noah not doing too well whatsoever, but getting caught on the line as Graham DeSalle. It's been quite a race for both of the top 2. And there goes Kinder completing his first lap. It took him 7 minutes.
Yeah, he was stuck in the pits down there for a while, so it's not like he's been struggling out there the whole time. Definitely not what he wants to see, though. Getting hung up on the trim down there. You see that from guys sometimes. Grimes 5 to go.
This feels more of the LCQ than a heat. I hope Noah can climb out of the LCQ to possibly be in the final race. His current best result is actually 7th. And that's 7th out of 9th, winning the last, well, it's technically the shitters race at the time. No quality transfer spot from that either, or an LCQ transfer spot back then. So if he can make it through the LCQ, he can finish above his best result in general.
We've seen a format similar to this in the past, but for those unfamiliar, the winner of the LCQ will start 5th in the final, and then of the remaining drivers who did not advance to the final, the driver who qualified the highest will get the final transfer spot, and they will start 6th. The remaining drivers are done for the day.
3 to go for Noah on lap 18. Almost shooting in the pits. That car is fast, and it is capable of some good laps, but the driver just seems a little scared of it. I feel like he's had some cars where he doesn't like the handling, and he's just scared of them. Like the Spider-Man car. That car was very special.
Yeah, that car definitely had some faults too. It wasn't perfect, and I think he's spoken to some struggles with this car as well and how it behaved. So definitely, we've seen guys overcome difficult cars, and some are more difficult than others as well. It's not a one-size-fits-all sort of judgment that you can make, and every case is unique, and he's struggled a little bit with this one as well. They haven't been terrible laps, so he's coming to his last one here. They've been pretty solid laps for the most part.
Said on his last lap, he's going down the straight very well, going on that ramp, taking a nice line actually, as Kinder is only on lap 4. Poor Kinder, he's had a bad race so far. He's running away from the helpers like as they finally get his car. I've seen that from him multiple times actually. And there goes not yet.
Getting there.
And there he goes, getting 3rd and going to start 2nd in the LCQ. Decent race.
4th place for Braden Kinder. Tell us about your race.
It was bullshit. I got cheated. This man recording cheating.
Third place for Noah Grimes. Tell us about your race.
It was good, but I could have done better.
How do you feel about your chances in the LCQ?
I might get top 5, but probably not top 3.
Not feeling optimistic. But
This is me optimistic.
Noah Grimes, you think you'll finish?
I'll finish all over you.
Second place for Josh Logston. Tell us about your race.
I didn't know I was getting 2nd. I'm actually really excited about that. That was, I've only had 3 races, but that was the best race that I've ever felt. I just kind of tuned out and just went. So yeah, I felt really good about that.
How do you feel about your chances in the final? You'll be starting 4th.
Yeah. If I can make it to yeah.
You're in the final.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, Josh Logston, we'll see how he does. First place for Graham DeSalle in his heat. Tell us about your race.
It went really well. Really good battle with Josh before I lapped him twice. That sounds bad now that I say it. I had a lot of fun. The track's hard. My car's struggling still. So we'll see how I do in the final race. I'll take what I can get. I just want to be in the top 3. That's all I really want at the end of the day. I had a lot of great laps. One of my favorite laps I was on the corners for every single lap, hitting the apex perfectly. And then around the final corner, I somehow landed it. But I had a lot of fun. I think we'll see how it goes.
He'll start second in the final, Graham DeSalle.
We are now moving on to the LCQ. This will contain good old Clayton, Noah, Dan, and Kinder. This is going to be a 15-lap shootout, one mandatory pit stop. Top one moves on, and then biggest quali moves on. And be a good race. Talking about what to do during the pits.
Yeah, I think he's down there explaining how the pit stops work and how the transfer format works. 15 laps, I think he said that. Yeah.
About to get the race started. Cameras are rolling.
Nice little build up here.
Pants are being pulled up. And yeah, I'm excited.
This is exciting. Here we go.
Excited to see people pit. And they are off. That is Noah Grimes up in front, followed by Braden Kinder, Dan DeSalle, and Clayton all the way in the back with a slow start. This is almost 3 wide for the lead. Noah Grimes leading, followed by Dan and Clayton sniffing up the back as he has a nice overpass into but getting off the track. This is going to allow Dan DeSalle to possibly lead for the first lap as he gets caught up. And he's still caught up, and he leads for the first lap.
Braden Kinder with a strong start in the second place. No Grimes right behind him. Oh, Kinder's going to flip right there down there on turn 1. That's an unlucky moment for him. Clayton Franklin had a lot of trouble to that second to last corner. We've seen guys have trouble with that. Braden Kinder down there at the end of the back straight is on his side. He's going to lose a spot to Kinder. Dan DeSalle still out front with a strong lead over No Grimes.
Right now, how we're looking, Dan DeSalle is honestly, no matter what, projected to get into the final race. He has the highest qualifying spot out of everybody. So if it stays like this, it'll be Dan and Noah. But if Noah wins, then it'll be Noah and Dan still. Nothing matters for Dan.
At this point, Clayton really just needs to get to the front. Same thing for Braden Kinder. And Clayton passed Noah Grimes, so he's making a charge to the front. He started out in the very back with a really tough lap 1.
His car is very slow, and he had a terrible start because of it, but he's found his way up there, and he's really showing that no matter how slow your car is, as long as if you can handle it and keep off the walls, you can run up the front. It's kind of like tortoise and the hare.
Side by side there, Noah Grimes and Dan DeSalle. Grimes trying to get his lap back. He does. He's going to pull away from Dan DeSalle a little bit. So they go past Braden Kinder. They both get hung up. And Clayton Franklin is kind of in the middle between them. He's about half lap ahead of Noah Grimes, about half lap down from Dan DeSalle.
The only thing I have to say about this video is that we cannot see the pit entrance. I'm a little upset about that, but that's all right. We can still see the wide track.
We should still get reports from the graphics when cars are pitting, so that'll be good. We'll be able to see the pit exit as well, so we'll know when people are leaving for sure. Clayton Franklin chugging along right there. He's kind of the surprise there. I wasn't really expecting him to be so in the thick of it, but he's doing really well. Braden Kinder with a tough start. He's hit the wall right there down there and at the exit at 2. And he's flipped at the start of the ramp. Tough run for him.
Dan DeSalle has not yet caught up to Clayton Franklin. Dan is doing really, really well. We have not seen him really lead a race, and if he does lead a heat or a race, it's just for about a lap. And Clayton's actually soon about to catch up to him because of some huge trouble within the middle part of the track.
Because of what you said, probably.
Too. Every time it's the commentator's curse.
Noah Grimes going to get his lap back there on Dan DeSalle. They're about a half lap apart. And like you said, Clayton Franklin's gotten really close here. Braden Kinder with a hard hit down there in turn 1. I saw he went straight over the wall. He's going to get reset.
Noah's going to get his lap back, but Clayton Franklin coming right next to him as he takes the lead, but they are neck and neck going on to the final lap. Dan spins Clayton, but Clayton is going to come out, and Dan is going to be a bit back, and that's going to allow Clayton to lead for lap 9. It'll still be Dan making the transfer spot, so Clayton is going to have to work hard in order to keep his.
Yeah.
So really difficult for Dan to catch up right now. His car is very fast, and it's a huge advantage, but its steering is so finicky and so twitchy that no matter what he does, he can still possibly slip, and that's I believe Clayton going into the pits on lap 11. Yes, it is. Dan DeSalle not going into the pits. I don't know when he's going to pit. Neither is Noah.
Grimes has made up a lot of time, too, on Dan DeSalle. He's right behind him now. Braden Kinder still towards the back, but Noah Grimes giving Dan DeSalle some pressure. Like you said, Dan DeSalle is going to make it through either way. It's really between Clayton and Grimes. Things kind of funny how they work out, so we'll see exactly how they end up. But depending on who wins, it could be the quality transfer or the win that gets one of those two guys through. Dan DeSalle into the pit lane, lap ahead of Clayton.
I'm excited to see where Noah will pit. Oh, it seems like he's pitting right now. I think Clayton is going to try to do an undercut, while Dan and Noah are going to try to do an overcut and try to get ahead. Also, Braden Kinder's doing really well. He's only 2 laps back. I wonder if he's going to try to go for a small lead before he pits. It seems like he's going to do that. Oh, never mind. What is he doing?
I don't know. It looks like he might be trying to get in the pit lane.
It's hard to see. Oh, yes, he is.
That is. So everybody's in the pit lane now. This puts us in an interesting spot where really Clayton should come out quite a ways ahead, and he'll have time to make up that lap, and we'll see what happens there. But it's going to be between Dan and Grimes to see, who's going to make it out of the pit first. They came in really close. Dan with a slight lead, and if Grimes can beat him out, that'll be huge for him. But Clayton, we should see come out a little bit earlier as well.
Seems like he is ready to leave. I don't know what's going on. I think he's held up down there. I think he's more interested in the conversations than winning this race. Oh, there he goes, going up. That's also everybody else going to leave the box, too. Dan DeSalle having trouble, having a bit of an illegal pit stop, but as they go up, that is going to be Noah Grimes leading the race.
Grimes out first. That's huge for him. He's made up a ton of time right there. Clayton's still not out of the pit lane. He's stuck down there on a block. It looks like he's trying to leave. That's really unfortunate for him. He's still stuck on that block. As Grimes struggling a little bit through the middle, it's going to allow Dan DeSalle to catch up just a hair. Those two, with 4 to go, is going to be your battle. Clayton a lap down now. Super unfortunate for him.
That cost Clayton the win.
Whoa. Look at down here. Oh, wow. With a collision there for the lead. Dan's going to get away. Grimes lost about a 3/4 of a lap lead there. That's really unfortunate for him. We'll see if he can get it back with 3 laps to go.
Even if it stays how it is, it's going to end up, no matter what, Noah and Dan going to the A main, even if they swap as well. So I think the goal for Noah is to stay either in first or second, but just ahead of Clayton. Because if he doesn't, he'll lose out.
From what I remember, though, I think Clayton could beat Grimes if he gets that spot. He could advance instead. It would come down to who gets the quality transfer between those two. And I'd have to check the qualifying results, but from what I remember, Clayton did out-qualify Grimes.
It seems still neck and neck between these two. Clayton, I don't know what he was doing during his pit stop. He lost a lot of time on that pit, and I think he wasn't thinking about the time. He was thinking more about the conversations and the people. But Dan DeSalle and Noah Grimes on their final lap. Who is going to take home the transfer spot? Well, mainly, and the win. Dan DeSalle is ahead, but Noah is on fast mode. He's tearing up the ramp, actually. It is destroyed. But Dan DeSalle wins the LCQ, his first ever win in any race in general. And Noah Grimes also moving on to the final race, his first time ever being inside the top 6.
Great run for both those two. Noah Grimes and Dan DeSalle will be very happy to see the final. Clinton Franklin was a huge disappointment, I think. Just a bad sequence in the pit stop. I think he stayed in the box too long, and he got hung up trying to get out with some debris in the pit lane, and that's going to set him way back. He's on his final lap here, but it's too little too late.
Yeah, Clayton on his final lap. Braden Kinder also did way better than I expected. He only did 4 laps in his heat, and he showed that even if he had a good battery, he could still possibly have done some damage to the top 2, possibly maybe even a quality transfer, but I don't know. But there goes Clayton getting 3rd in the LCQ, aka 7th overall. Kinder, just waiting for Kinder to finish his race.
Yeah, he's coming to 4 to go here. Like you're saying, a solid run for him. A big surprise. We were expecting a little bit worse from what we saw in the heat. And he put down a pretty decent showing, not too far back. Definitely some improvement. He'll be happy with that. The 23 team will be very pleased.
I'm surprised that he did as well as he did. I mean, he still got dead last, but getting dead last by 4 laps is better than getting dead last by 12 laps in a 15-lap race. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the LCQ. Dan DeSalle and Noah Grimes moving up into the A-Main.
Is on this straightaway.
I'm here with dead last Braden Kinder at the Burger Kinder Grand Prix. How'd you feel about your run?
I got cheated. They lied. I don't want to get played. They're cheaters and liars. I'll never be the same again.
Not very happy. Braden Kinder getting dead last. Here with second to last, the interview king, Clayton Franklin. How'd you feel about your run?
Hold on, just give me a minute. I mean, honestly, I feel like I was robbed, and I hate to sound like a wuss, right? But when you fight your whole life to get to this point, and you start qualifying number 1, you're the best of the losers, and then something happens. And honestly, it's the car, and it's my team. If I had it my way, they'd all be gone. But at the end of the day, I know this. I worked my butt off, and I put in the effort. And I want to thank my friends and my family, man, for coming out and supporting. And they know how I can do. And this isn't the race where I win, but that's fine. And Benjamin Netanyahu, please take out the race, take out the final, end them all.
You'll be back.
Netanyahu, please.
Hi.
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 Noah Grimes here. Feeling good. Tell us about your race.
It was good. I made it. This is the first time. So
Ever?
good news. I think so.
Oh my gosh.
I've not had a good track record.
You feel good about starting 6th in the final?
The comeback would be pretty cool. So
It would be.
yeah. I'm hoping I can at least get top 3 now, maybe.
Top 3.
Yeah, the optimism has gone up.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Feeling optimistic, Noah Grimes. We'll see how he does in the final. Winning the LCQ, Dan DeSalle. Tell us about your race.
It was just a slow race, slow and steady wins, just learning the track, learning the car, trying not to make mistakes.
How do you feel about your chances in the final?
It will be just more learning. I'll let the fast guys battle it out, and if they make enough mistakes, maybe I can do something.
All right. Looking to make some stuff happen. Dan DeSalle.
We are now starting the final race. The lineup is going to be, let me clear my throat for this, Cohen Bell, Graham DeSalle, Matthew Lucas, Josh Loxton, Noah Grimes, and Dan DeSalle. I'm really excited for this race. Unfortunately, we did not get to see Braden Kinder move on, but, well, that's just part of racing.
We'll see him help out probably down on the track, so that'll be nice. Him and Clayton Franklin.
Seems that they are about to give this to Braden Kinder doing it himself. And they are off. Early start for Matthew Lucas. Graham DeSalle getting hit immediately. Cohen Bell able to take the lead because of that capitalization. Graham DeSalle already up into third. Huge wreck for Josh Loxton, kind of getting payback as he hits Dan DeSalle. Matthew Lucas running away there. Graham DeSalle slowly climbing up, and there's a nice battle for third for Cohen and Noah.
Yeah, Graham DeSalle with a really rough start. He's already to the front. The 3 car is stuck down there on the inside. He's going to lose a lot of spots. No Grimes, Josh Logston going past him. Dan DeSalle further back. But Matthew Lucas trying to catch Graham DeSalle in the middle of the track here.
Pole position runner and winner of Heat 1, Cohen Bell, already down into 4th because of some trouble that he had in the middle section with Noah Grimes and Dan. Seems that Graham is about to lap him, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
3 cars stuck down there again. No rescuers coming quite yet. Still no help, doesn't look like. He's going to lose a lot of time from this. He's going to go well over lap down for most of the field. Dan DeSalle might even catch him here, who's had his own rough start.
Josh Loxton and Matthew get by Graham DeSalle. This is pretty crucial for Josh Loxton. He is, somewhat a rookie as he tries to play defensively, and Graham DeSalle reacts way too much.
Matthew Lucas really pulling away here from the 22. We've seen, some rough starts for the 22, and it takes them 2, 3, 4 laps to catch back up. But we're almost on lap 6 here, and he's got a half-lap lead. This is a really big event for him. There he gets stuck on the wall a little bit, but he's still cruising pretty good.
Cohen Bell is not going to be able to get this win already, and I know it's very early in saying that, but as we've seen multiple times, once either Cohen and Graham gets lapped by each other, it's wraps, and it's nearly impossible for that to get undone besides a pit stop. And there's Matthew Lucas getting stuck right near the final corner, and Graham DeSalle right next to him, and there he's going to cross the line and ahead of him as Matthew and Graham go neck and neck as they fight each other. Matthew.
Still racing side by side. Yeah, this is a really good race, and there's a lot of collisions, but honestly, I don't think it's really disrespectful. It looks pretty respectful, and they're really close.
Been a good race so far.
The 3 car has got past Noah Grimes, but he's got about 3/4 of a lap to get into third, so he's got a long way to go trying to catch the rookie Josh Logston.
It would be a lot easier for him if he wasn't a lap down, unfortunately, as Josh is actually a little behind him. Huge collision for Matthew Lucas and Graham DeSalle. Matthew pushing Graham off. It's going to allow Matthew to lead another lap.
Yeah, this is pretty far in for how far ahead Matthew Lucas is, or at least how close, I should say. He's not even that far ahead, but how close he is to the 22 car. This is from what we've seen, this is a pretty remarkable feat. Not a lot of people have been able to do this and run that good with the 22. Also, Josh Logston, not that far behind. He's only a little bit behind the 22 car, so he's running very well as well.
Cohen Bell is actually catching up to the pack. He's right next to Matthew Lucas, pushes him, but he's going to give that place back because he's a respectful driver. As Graham DeSalle is actually on the bumper of both of them as they go almost 3 wide down the back straight.
Whoa. Whoa, it looked like some contact right there for the lead. That was close. We'll see if Matthew Lucas can get back up to him. The poor 3 car got caught in all the carnage. That's going to allow him to lose some ground to the 41. Further back, Dan DeSalle holding close with Noah Grimes, only about a lap and a half back, so that is not a safe 5th place for Noah Grimes. 31 keeping him honest.
Dan DeSalle wiping out Cohen Bell, and it's a huge collision. Matthew Lucas hitting Cohen right as he recovers, but Matthew's going to give that placement back. But Josh Logston going for second hits Matthew.
Yeah, that was pretty much a pit maneuver right there. I think wrong place, wrong time for Josh. I don't think it was intentional, but that's going to give him second place. You're right. The 22 car is pulled away in all this. He's got almost a lap on the second and third place cars now, so they've both lost a ton of time.
It's really tricky for Graham, actually, in the middle section right near the final turn. It is very tight for him, and as we know from his car, it understeers like crazy. So that middle section is going to be either his downfall or the way that he can capture the lead easily if he can get through it cleanly. Josh Logston going over. That's going to allow Graham DeSalle to lap the whole field on lap 15.
Yeah, not only is that middle section the most complicated part of the track, and it's where the most mistakes are made, but it's also just as long as the entire outside section, I think, footage-wise and lap time-wise. So it's really kind of deceiving how much time can be made or lost through there.
Matthew Lucas, only on lap 15, he went from capturing possibly his first win to going a lap down on everybody.
Yeah, he's on lap 14 right now. And yeah, he's about to get lapped by the next car up as the 3 car gets around him right there really cleanly, honestly. Being now he's a lap down. He's still got a long distance ahead of Noah Grimes, but he's lost a ton of ground. He really needs to get his head back in this game.
Cohen Bell and Josh Logston are fighting for second and third right now, actually. Cohen goes a little wide, tries to do what seemed like a dive bomb, but ended up not able to stick it as he pushes Matthew, giving the placement back, as we've seen, as Josh does kind of the same thing to Dan, but does nothing. Dan actually down on lap 10 already. He's not able to control that car. He has it in fast mode.
Josh Logston down there at the end of the ramp, he's flipped over. He's going to lose time from that. He's going to lose his lap on Matthew as well, although he's still got a lot of feet ahead on Matthew. He's going to get that lap back. It looks like somebody's stuck down there. That might be the 3 car.
Yeah, that is the 3.
He's going to lose his spot back to the 41 probably. Oh, not quite. 41's having his own problems.
Graham actually pushing him back on the track to help him. Again, it's now too soon. It's about a 2-lap difference between those two. So Graham knows that he can afford to lose a bit of time helping him.
Matthew Lucas upside down on his roof a little bit. He's losing some ground to Grimes, who's kind of the next closest challenge to him. The 3 going to get back past the 41.
That middle section right there is just pure carnage. It is just so disruptive to people's laps. We put that as a hard bit for the track, but we didn't expect it to be this difficult for everybody.
Yeah, especially this final group, which you'd expect to be the better drivers, definitely struggling with that. I wonder if their cars were just so used up across the whole event.
Graham DeSalle off the track. He's going to lose some time, going to use that rejoin ramp to get back on. It's been a decent race. No early pit stops. Noah Grimes is actually kind of holding on to 5th place. We saw him lose out very heavily to Dan DeSalle during the LCQ, but now he is gapping Dan DeSalle. Dan DeSalle is struggling a lot right now, and I honestly don't know why.
Yeah, I wonder if something's up with the car or what. He's losing a lot of ground. I mean, it's not like he's had a bad moment. It's just not been good laps altogether. No Grimes getting stuck down there after some contact with Dan DeSalle. That's going to lose him some ground to the 53, who I think is his main target right now, is catching Matthew Lucas in the Torino.
Matthew Lucas has really slowed down in pace. I think that contact that he made with a 3 in the 22 kind of changed everything for him. Because ever since then, he went from running to just trying to keep up.
The 3 cars put a lap on the 41 as well now, so he's in really good shape. He can just focus on trying, if he can, to catch the 22 like you spoke before. That basically never happens. It's really difficult. But maybe we've seen a chink in the armor in the first 10 laps from Matthew Lucas, or maybe the 3 car just has something extra today. Who knows? There's still about just over half the race to go, so anything could happen, really.
Graham DeSalle's flipped over. He's going to lose some time to about everybody. The helper's a little slow in helping, but I don't think it's going to matter at the end of the day. It's going to lose a lap to Cohen, but he's going to gain it right back there.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 car briefly got on the same lap as well, so he doesn't have a huge lead. This is, a lead that we'd see similar to maybe the first 5 laps that the 3 cars kind of clawed back, not even held, but clawed back. So he's running pretty good.
Josh Loxton is still ahead of Matthew Lucas. I'm very, very impressed with his rookie run so far. Matthew is still having a lot of trouble with traffic, and he's not able to catch up to the 41.
Yeah, he's not really losing a lot of ground either, but he's definitely not catching up to him. He has caught up to him a little bit. He's gained about a half a lap in the last 2 or 3 laps, and that's just kind of the ebbs and flows of the wrecks, I figure. But he's just kind of hanging around back behind the 41. The 41's doing a really good job to beat this veteran.
Matthew Lucas's car is very old, so you can see it down the straights a lot. And sometimes I feel like he overdoes the corner and rides along people, especially in the middle sector, and then goes flying off because of that. Look at this nice battle in the middle sector between Graham and Cohen, actually, before both of them get caught up. But they're still neck and neck, actually.
Yeah, this is for the 3 car to try and stay on the lead lap. He's going to lose that right there, but he's hanging around just around a lap down, not falling too far back.
Like I said earlier, once either of them are lapped by each other, it's kind of over. And we've seen it in this race, and we've seen it in previous races, and it's been sticking the same for the entire time.
Yeah, I mean, the 3 car went 2.5 laps down at the start, and he has kind of clawed his way back to, at times, only like 3/4 of a lap down. So in the past 25 laps or so, he's kind of gained a little bit. So if that trend continues, he could take the lead, or maybe the 22 can see the challenge and kind of put his foot down. We'll see.
Just as you say that, Cohen Bell has a terrible run through the middle sector with traffic, and he's almost about to have that 1 lap gap shrunk down or expand, or actually no, it would be, or whatever, to 2 laps.
Nailed it.
I want to say shrunk, but like it's not shrinking, it's growing.
So you'd say expanded. Yeah. Josh Logston into the pit lane. He's kind of thrown his car down on the table. We'll see how that turns out for him. Noah Grimes is going to be the one trying to catch him right there. We'll see how long his pit stop is.
Rather early pit. Most people pit above lap 30, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, maybe trying to short stop it and undercut some people. We'll see.
That's just how racing goes, though.
That's just how racing goes. And tough recovery there from Matthew Lucas. It looks like maybe the hand slipped for one of the rescuers down there, and he went flying a little bit. So he's going to lose a little bit of time. He's trying to put a gap between him and the 41 car. That's his main goal right now. 22 car in the pit.
I'm excited to see where Cohen Bell. He's definitely going to take the lead. And I'm actually curious on when Cohen's going to pit.
Yeah, he's known for his later pit stops, but he hasn't always done that. Sometimes he's been a little bit more reasonable, so we'll see what he does.
Matthew Lucas is officially above that 3 to 4 lap pit window where if Josh Loxton comes out, Matthew will stay ahead even if he pits immediately. Cohen Bell doing a butterfly move down there right as he gets caught up with Matthew Lucas. And soon Cohen's going to come on the same lap as the leader, and once he crosses that green line, he will take the lead.
Yeah, that green line, he is scored as the leader officially. Looks like somebody else might have been trying to pit. Maybe not. I thought I saw somebody going to the pit lane. That might be a tire flying. That might be my bad.
The tires have been destroyed already. I think I saw Graham actually destroy one of the tire barriers on lap 1. And this pit exit is actually a little different than normal. Usually it's you have to have a tiny bit down on the actual track, but for this one you just go straight on the back straight, which is pretty cool and it's very helpful and handy.
Yeah, the only really protection you get is that yellow line, which doesn't really stop drivers, but also you don't see people exiting the pit too much. You only see it about once every 60 laps, so it's not too much of an issue.
Braden Kinder running straight into a car. I can see that being Graham's fault, and I can also see that partially being Kinder's fault for stepping on the track when we've seen him just straight up go over it.
Matthew Lucas in the pit now, so he'll lose ground to Josh Logston and Noah Grimes, who have come out right next to each other. Cohen Bell also is now defending from Graham DeSales. He's come out of the pit lane with 21 to go.
That was a clean... Oh, never mind. I'm going to stop saying nice things because I feel like that's never gone well.
Look over by the ramp. Noah Grimes and Josh Logston side by side for fourth. Or not side by side, but right next to each other. Grimes gets hung up a little bit, but then Josh Logston flips over. Noah Grimes going to get away. It looks like he's moving slowly.
Who is that got pushed off the track? Is that Josh?
That was Josh. He flipped over on the inside and then got pushed off the track by oncoming traffic. It's going to give a big lead to Noah Grimes.
Rescuer putting him not on the track, but off the track on the rejoin ramp. I don't know why, but better than nothing. Better than Ben Scott. Who is that? That is...
It's Dan DeSalle down there in the pit exit. Not sure what's going on there. I don't think he's pitted yet. I think he's just kind of accidentally driven down in there, which will happen from time to time. Noah Grimes still ahead, but here comes Josh Logston. Look right near the pit exit. Here he comes. This is another attempt at fourth. Right behind him, circling, trying to catch him, getting pushed to the inside a little bit. But Noah Grimes is going to get hung up. But here comes Josh getting hung up, and Grimes gets through again. All the traffic is down here. Wow. The entire field is down here. Oh, my gosh. Grimes gets away first, and then he's going to wreck. Or is that Dan DeSalle? Excuse me. That's Dan DeSalle there, I believe. And Noah Grimes, and now that's Dan DeSalle. Okay, it was Grimes to start. Noah Grimes still ahead of Josh Logston.
That was a huge collision. 6 out of 6 cars in one wreck. That was the biggest wreck we have ever seen in any track, especially on a track where I'm going to say multiple times, we made it easy on purpose, too.
Josh gets back by him, but then gets hung up on Matthew Lucas. He's now hogging down Noah Grimes again, and they both get hung up on the wall just a little bit. This has been a real back-and-forth battle here. It is further up, Graham DeSalle trying to catch Cohen Bell. They're about 2 laps apart.
Even though the battle for this is happening, it still is going to change eventually because of the pit that Noah needs to take. So this is just to see if he can stay in fourth before the pit.
It's over. Yeah,
it is over.
It is well over. Oh, and Graham DeSalle just going to kind of dump him right there. It looks like he's going to wait for him, though, kindly. Grimes, it looks like he needs to take that. You said when he needs to take it. It looks like he needs to take it now. That car is accelerating really slowly. That's usually indicative of a slow battery. Josh Logston getting away here. He's already got a lap on him.
Dan DeSalle stuck in the barriers. His car also seems quite slow. Graham is slowly but surely catching up to Cohen Bell. It might not be by a lot, but it is very little because of the pit stop he took with the faster battery. He is going to catch up, but then he gets caught up.
Yeah, he's getting about a half a lap on him over the course of the last couple laps. Of course, the 3 cars to pit, so it really shouldn't be the 22 that's catching the 3. It should be the other way around. If the 3 car wants to win this thing, he should be pulling away because he needs to cover against that pit stop. Dan DeSalle in the pit now, so that'll leave just the 3 car to pit.
He actually had to take an emergency pit stop on lap 25. He is not doing very well whatsoever. And I feel pretty bad for him. You know, we've seen him run very well in the last race. He did really well in the LCQ. I wonder if the change in traffic really changed this race for him.
I apologize. Noah Grimes also is yet to pit. I should also add that Matthew Lucas has come out well ahead of Josh Logston, even though he was about a lap and a half behind before the pit stop. So somebody was either really slow or somebody was really fast between those two. 9 to go for the 3 car. He still has yet to pit. 9 to go. 10 to go, though, for the 22 car. And he's the guy that you expect to come out in the lead.
I think Cohen's going to do what he did to kind of secure the last GCGP win, pit on the very last lap, and hope and pray that his opponent will be behind him.
He's stuck down there right in the final 2 corners.
Matthew pushing him out.
Yeah, but not pushing him over. He's going to lose a lot of time there. He's going to lose pretty much the whole lead he had. He's only 1 lap ahead now. We'll see if he pits here. Oh, and he does. Okay, so he's going to pit right there, and the 22 car should be well ahead. He should be well ahead of the 53, though, of Matthew Lucas, so he should come out in second.
I would just like to say I just watched Josh Logston struggle to go over the ramp. It seems that his car is low in power right now. I wonder if that's going to have any cause to an emergency pit, or maybe he was just being cautious going over the ramp.
Matthew Lucas stuck down there. Looks like Dan Sal's leaving the pit lane.
You see Cohen Bell pacing back and forth in the pits. No need to. He's secured seconds again. So there's no way he loses second.
Yeah, I mean, he's in really good shape here. So long as something doesn't happen, he'll be fine. Look at how slow that 41 car is moving. The 22 just blew by him. And it's not like the 22's battery is especially fresh. It's about 20 laps old. So not great for the 41. You might be right about him needing to pick. He still has 19 to go.
Kind of worried about that. I wonder, Noah's actually really close to him, but Noah also still hasn't pit. So maybe if they pit around the same time, then it'll be another great battle for that 4th and 5th spot. Look at this, 3 wide before Noah Grimes hits Graham, and that causes Graham to hit Matthew.
Yeah, a little bit of collisions down there. I don't think any of them are close to each other. It's really the fact that Noah Grimes lost so much time to the 41 that's going to be the main impact there. Obviously, no minimum pit stop time for the 41 car if he does have to pit again. So it's just as fast as he can change that battery. Noah Grimes has to spend the minimum 45 seconds.
Cohen Bell stuck on the outside wall, right near the entrance of the pit. He's looking pretty slow too. And Graham DeSalle's on his final lap on the back straight, going over the ramp. This has been quite a good race for him. 3 to 4, well now 4 laps above his nearest competition, Cohen Bell, as he crossed the line to win the BK race, 7th win. Who is going to put an end to this terror? Might honestly also possibly soon lock up the championship.
Yeah, we only have 2 more races after this, and hard to say how many points are on the line, but he's looking really good right now. Or 3 more races, excuse me.
Up next is going to be Cohen Bell. I can't tell if he's moving slowly or not. I really can't, but it just, something seems off.
Doesn't look particularly slow. Looks like he's cornering okay. Kind of blasting through Josh Logston right there. 2 to go. Matthew Lucas with 10 to go. He's well ahead of Josh Logston, who then is a decent ways ahead of Noah Grimes. He's pulled away a little bit, so he's looking okay if he does have to pit. We'll see what actually happens, though, between them. Dan DeSalle still in lap 28 and stuck in the middle.
There's Cohen Bell on his final lap, accelerating very slow. I still, something just seems off with that car. It looks so slow right now. It's going over the ramp A-okay, but it just, something seems off.
Yeah, it looks like he might be struggling to turn a little bit. So
the lights are flickering.
Yeah, I mean, if he can just make it through right here, he should be okay. There's not, I mean, he's got less than a quarter of a lap to go. 3 wide further back, yeah. The 22 car, I think, is still out there doing some cooldown laps, so... and 41 might be on his side. The 3 car is really struggling here. He's close. He's got a huge lead, but he's struggling quite a bit. I don't see... Oh, 31 car's off the track. Okay, we're missing somebody. 31 car is scored us out now, so he's done.
It's funny. Even though the 41 car looks slower, it's still gapping Matthew's car on fresh batteries. And the 3 car, look at that. Look how slow he's moving.
Yeah, he literally just has to make it to the end. I don't know if maybe he's distracted or... Well, it's inching along. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a dying battery. Yeah, he's inching along right there. He's going to need to pit.
He's going to have to. I don't think he's going to make it in time. I really don't.
We'll see.
Dan DeSalle also out of the race.
Yeah, he's been out of the race for a little bit.
That's upsetting.
No Grimes emergency pit stop. The 3 car just needs to take an emergency stop. Matthew Lucas is stuck on his roof down there, not moving either. He's got 5 laps on the 53 car. He just needs to get in there. Josh Logson's still lapping out there as well. He's going to pull away. If he can bring home these last 10 laps without having to pit, that'd be a big one for him because we were expecting him to have to pit. And emergency pit stop for the 3 cars. So we'll see where he comes out.
This is down there, not happy.
Not a lot of hustle. He's got now 3 laps on the 53 car. So if he can change that battery quick, it's going to be close.
If he loses it, then he possibly also might lose out to Josh. While this will end his 3rd place running, that's still not the way you'd want it to end.
2nd place.
Or sorry, yes, 2nd place running, that's still not the way you'd want it to end.
Both the cars stuck down there. Dan Issel is out. No Grimes down there in the pit lane changing his battery, and I assume the 3 car is doing a change himself. He's got now 2 laps on the 53 car, who's struggling quite a bit to get around here. He's flipped over and been pretty unlucky with some slow rescuers.
It's still possible for the 3 to get 2nd. It really is. He just needs to hustle and bustle, and I don't think he is.
Looking for movement.
Hard to see any.
Yeah.
I think he's just so unmotivated right now. I mean, look at that.
Well, he doesn't have a controller. I wonder if is he retiring from the race here?
No, he can't be. He's on the last lap. I think he might just be.
Here comes Matthew Lucas to pass him, though. He's going to lose his 3rd place.
Yeah, look how slow Matthew's car is, too. There he is getting the battery.
That thing is limping as well. He's back, so he's clearly still working on the car. This is going to be frustrating for him for sure. This is a lot slower for pit stop sequence than was necessary.
And there goes Matthew getting 2nd in the race. That's incredible. That is not something that I would ever expect, especially considering the circumstances. This reminds me of the Limestone Grand Prix during Heat 2 when Eli Gwynn was on his final lap in pit and didn't realize that. Ooh, Cohen Bell leaving the pit very sternly, very much not happy.
Yeah, he's got about 2 laps on the 41 car, so he should be able to beat him out so long as nothing goes terribly wrong. The 41 car, I'd like to give props to its battery as well. It's done a really good job with the with making it. We didn't think it was going to make it all the way.
It looks faster than it did earlier. Part of me wonders what could have happened. And there he goes, Combell getting 3rd. I'm very, very shocked at what happened. I think 3rd place is better than 4th, but again, he was gunning for 2nd place at the very, very least at the moment. And fortunately, he was not able to get it because of that pit stop. And it's just so upsetting. And he's going to definitely want the win at the next race, that's for sure. Or at least 2nd.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine you want to win every race. Here comes Josh to finish.
Good run from Josh, actually. Doing very well as a rookie-ish.
Yeah, I mean, no, he was right up there with the top 3 who have been really good all day. He fell back a little bit. I think the pit stop was probably a little slower, but still a good run from him.
And yeah, that's going to do it for the race. Let's get on to interviews. I'm here with 6th place runner Dan Issel. Disappointing run. How'd you feel?
It was awful. My car, the alignment was so bad it couldn't go in a straight line, and it made it almost undrivable.
What are you going to do in the future?
Well, I need to work on it a little bit. I think I need to work on tire compounds, so that'll be my next step.
Alrighty, thank you very much. I am here with 5th place result holder. Wake up! Oh, he doesn't want to wake up. Maybe Dream Noah will tell me. Or if I say that there's a naked boy behind me.
What?
It'll work. How'd you feel about
Where?
the run? I'll tell you after this.
What?
How'd you feel about your run getting 5th?
I didn't get last. That's a W in my book.
What are you going to do in the future races?
I need to get a new car probably.
Probably. Alrighty, thank you very much. I'm here with 4th place result holder, Josh Loxton. How'd you feel about your run?
It was a decent run. I got stuck a lot of times though, so it wasn't my best.
What are you gonna do in the future to prepare?
Probably practice at home more because that's not what I haven't been doing that. So I'll make a little course.
Alright, I'm excited to see you in the future.
Heck yeah.
I am here with 3rd place finisher Cohen Bell. At least he beat a streak of getting 2nd. Literally died 2 feet away from the finish line on the last lap. Tell me what happened.
So I literally died 2 feet away from the finish line on the last lap.
How was your race besides that?
It was okay. I think that because I could feel the battery going away a little bit, and it was being kind of funky, so I could definitely feel that through the race. And yeah, it was a race. It was fun. I was getting kind of messed up at the start, but then I got in rhythm and it was good. There was not much to say about it.
What are you going to do in the future?
Race?
To prepare? Anything to prepare?
No, not really.
Alrighty.
Here for the ride.
Alrighty.
Matthew Lucas, second place. Tell us about your race.
Well, it started interestingly in that I was accidentally pushing a lot of people around that was less than great. As the race continued, though, it got less bad. And then near the end, I got incredibly lucky as Cohen got incredibly unlucky.
Alright.
If his battery didn't die when it did, I would have been in a solid third place.
Car feel good?
Car felt standard. Rubber bands for tires worked decently. It's slow, but it also has twice as much battery weight in it. But that also meant that it didn't flip nearly as often as it used to. So it kind of balanced itself out a little bit.
All right, second place for Matthew Lucas.
Mackie?
Oh, another win for Graham DeSalle. Tell us about your race.
Not bad, not bad. I got pit immediately by Josh. It was a good race, good competition. Fortunately, the track helpers didn't really help that much sometimes. I would just like to say, Matthew Lucas, you were a terror. Matthew Lucas. But yeah, went pretty well. Pretty smooth. Disappointed in what happened to the other racers, though. But it happens. I'm gonna get a new car still, because I'm shocked it didn't blow up. I was expecting it to blow up, but yeah.
All right, first place, Graham DeSalle.
Oh, because I see yours.
We are now getting ready for the Mooley and Giller Award. This one's going to be presented by our lovely analysis, Mr. James. I don't know what's going on over there. Gonna try to get. That was.
What am I supposed to do?
You're presenting the award.
Oh, presenting the award.
Where is the award? Here, can you pass that? Thank you.
Okay.
Is that Dodo?
Yeah. You want to try it?
Clayton.
What?
Clayton.
Clayton.
I heard Aiden.
Me too.
Noah. Kinder.
Is everyone gonna get a vote?
Matthew.
It's all tied up.
Graham.
Everyone's
I saw your picture.
What?
Matthew.
Oh, Matthew's in the
Who's
lead.
in the lead?
This is my tie. What happens if it's a tie?
We flip a coin.
Yeah, flip a coin.
Okay. Give me a sec.
We're bringing your dad to vote.
Wow.
Can't be that hard to read.
Is it mine?
Oh,
Can you read?
Matthew.
Mm.
No, you put M. Lucas. I was like, what? Lucas?
David.
Matthew won.
Matthew, this is yours.
Yay!
Saw the award coming, but not the other cars that he hit. Matthew Lucas.